Welcome to the Leisure World Residence website, residence.lwmc.com. Lots of information and news about Leisure World is contained within this website, which is updated regularly. We hope you will find the website informative and useful. Let's begin a tour of the website by looking at the features on this page, the home page. We'll begin with the information in the blue bar across the top. The left corner has news alerts with community-related news. Some alerts, such as the one you see here, are linked to more information. If you hover your cursor on it and click, it will bring you to that further information, such as this sample news article. So let's go back to the home page to resume. At the top right, you see here, sign out. When you're finished, you just click on that. We won't do that just now because then we'd have to sign back in. A note about the search bar here at the top right corner. Frankly, the search function is not very helpful. And unfortunately, the company that provides this website platform has not improved the search function. But we think that if you get to know this website better, as you're doing now, you will be able to easily find exactly what you're looking for. Over here on the left is another search window that's actually very helpful. When you type your mutual's name here, you will be able to access a separate website for just your mutual. We will come back to this in a few minutes to explore, but first, let's finish looking at this home page. This blue field in the center has 8 different topic headings, and these little arrows next to them indicate that they contain what's called drop-down menus. When you click on any one of these headings, a drop-down menu will appear. Let's try it with amenities. We've clicked on it and you see a drop-down menu with further topics appears. We'll explore in a few minutes when we come back. But for now, just to finish up on this home page, we have some windows down here at the bottom, and they will give you a quick look at upcoming meetings. And you can see the next meetings, November 1, are coming up. Over here, latest documents tells you what has recently been added to residence.lwmc.com. Latest news here on the bottom left takes you straight to news articles that need to be shared with the community between editions of Leisure World News. And you've probably noticed that when you hover your cursor over any of these titles, a little window pops up to tell you more information. If you click on the title, you'll go straight to that article or document. Okay, now that we've seen the home page, let's go back and take a closer look at each of the topics in this blue area and their drop-down menus. We'll begin with contacts. We've clicked on the drop-down menu with the topic and heading, and we see the drop-down menu. It has important phone numbers and information. It's got the resident phone directory, frequently asked questions. The documents menu looks a little sparse, but it has all the governance and community related documents in it. You may use this one frequently, so we're going to come back to this one in a couple of minutes. Resident services has information about the shuttle buses, medical center, physical properties department, and other services that Leisure World provides. Amenities, as we saw a second ago, has information about the clubhouses, golf course, restaurants, and all other amenities in Leisure World. Your community has information about clubs and groups, community news, including back issues of Leisure World News, a map of the community, and other general information. If you click on Calendar and then on Community Calendar, a calendar will appear showing all upcoming governance-related meetings and their details. Governance is where you can find information about the LWCC Board of Directors, Executive Committee, and their advisory and special committees, and other information. Clicking on Home will always bring you back to the website's home page. Now let's go back and take a closer look at Documents. Since lots of residents use this, click on Documents to see the drop-down menu. Then click on either Documents or Resident Document Locator. It doesn't matter which, because both will take you to all the documents. So let's click on Resident Document Locator. It opens up to the Resource Center. And this is where you find loads of organized folders that contain more folders and documents. Think of this section as a huge filing cabinet. Folders are listed in alphabetical order, starting from the top. To open a folder, click on the name of the folder. Let's try that with Advisory and Special Committees. We've just opened the folder, and now you can see inside additional folders. Let's click on the Health Advisory Committees folder and see what's inside. So we've clicked on Health. That opened up the Health Advisory Committee folder, and inside we see more folders, plus a few documents. Their member application, the committee's charter, and a list of their members and contact information. As it happens that most of the advisory committee's folders contain these three documents as well. Let's say you want to see the minutes from the April 2022 meeting of the Health Advisory Committee. Let's click on the 2022 folder. Inside, we see there are two folders, one containing agendas, one containing minutes. Let's click on the minutes folder. And there it is. We have the minutes for the April 20, 2022 Health Advisory Committee. Now, whenever you see a document listed that has this little image, this little icon next to it on the left, if you click on it further, you get some options. You can view this document, you can download it or print it. Let's download it. Clicked on that. We're getting a look at the document, but also we can see up here that that just got downloaded to my computer. And here's the minutes for April 20, 2022. I'm going to close that up now. And let's close up all the documents and folders here. When you're finished, you just click on the name of the document and that closes it up. Click on the name of the folder and that closes it up. So we're going to do that all the way up. Health Advisory Committee and Advisory and Special Committees. And now we're back to all the main folders of this Resource Center section. These are all full of information, both from the past and recent, and we encourage you to dig in and explore on your own. There's so much information ready to be found. Now, you may have noticed that wherever you are on the website, the top half of the page, or the top section of the page, I should say, above this area, The top part remains the same no matter where you are in all of residence.lwmc.com. So you can continue to any other section of the website. We mentioned before that we'd come back to amenities for a closer look. So let's do that right now. Click on amenities. There's the drop-down menu. Let's say you want to learn more about the restaurants. Let's go down the menu and click on restaurants. This now opens up to a section all about the restaurant. We've left the Resource Center and we are now looking at the restaurants page, and we can scroll down the page to read all kinds of information about the restaurants. You may notice that places where it says click here, where you see the bold, or when you hover over it, it turns green. You can click on various parts of the page to open additional documents to view or download a copy. All kinds of information about the restaurants. Let's scroll back up. Just as with the Resource Center, we encourage you to dig in and explore all the topics under these headings. Each one can lead you to lots more information about each of these amenities. The more familiar you become with what their pages contain, the easier it will be for you to find exactly what you're looking for. Now let's return to this search bar at the top left of the page. We mentioned we'd come back to that to explore. You might be able to see it's a little bit faint. It says to visit your mutual's site, type here to search by name. As we said before, this can lead you to your mutual's own website. You can type the name or number of your mutual and you will be led to it. Let's type in mutual. I'm going to get as far as probably M. Oh, I just typed M. I didn't even have to say type anything else. Typed M and all the mutual names drop down. So if you click on your mutual, you'll be able to continue going. By the way, you can visit only your own mutual's website. Let's say you live in a website that is not called a mutual with a number, say Turnberry Courts. You can also type in that name, and there you go. Here's Turnberry Courts. So whatever you do, just type in your mutual's name and you'll be led very quickly to it. Let's take a look at, I'm going to click on Turnberry Courts. And here we are. You'll notice that mutual websites are structured in the same way as the resident website, with alerts at the top of the page, drop downs in the blue field in the middle, where you have the latest documents, news, upcoming events, etc. in the windows down below. Your website, your mutual's website, has information about your specific mutual, whereas the resident website that we just came from has information about the larger Leisure World community. If you want to return to the residence website, just click here to go back to residence.lwmc.com. Taking a little bit, there we go. You can go back and forth between the resident website and your mutual's website as much as you'd like. Just a note that you have to sign in just one time to your specific mutual. But then once you've signed in both at the larger website here and your mutual's website, you can go back and forth freely. One last thing on our tour. If you have questions about how to navigate the website or have trouble signing in, you can send an email at any time to the website's help desk. You can find this email address on the resident website in the Contact section. There it is, Help Desk, towards the bottom of the drop-down menu. And there's the address, website support at lwmc.com. Someone will respond to your email during weekday business hours. And that concludes our brief tour of the Leisure World website. The last thing to do is to sign out. We hope this has been a helpful overview, and we hope you will return often to explore and learn more on your own.